Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today I want to talk about Batman Huntress Cry for Blood. But first I want to congratulate G. Gabriel for winning the Catwoman giveaway, and I also want to thank everyone that has joined in. It's been a great month. I've had a lot of fun reviewing so much Catwoman. I really hope you enjoyed it. I really hope you'll stick around because I promise we'll have even more fun. Batman Day is coming up and I've already got my plans for that. Spooky month in October, and I think it's long overdue that I talk about Something is Killing the Children. I mean, that gorgeous deluxe edition is just begging for a giveaway, right? Also, Ice Cream Man got a deluxe edition recently. Maybe put that in the giveaway. We'll see. My point is, stick around and look forward to everything I have planned out because I promise it's gonna be pretty cool. I also want to welcome the almost 20 new subscribers that joined in based on my review of Echolands by J.H. Williams. I'm honestly overjoyed for the recent attention that review got. Of course, the hardcover release for Echolands definitely helped, but again, welcome everyone, and I do hope you'll enjoy what I have planned for the channel next. Okay, this intro is getting pretty long, but once again, congrats to G. Gabriel, thank you to everyone that has joined in, and definitely look forward to future videos because I promise we will have a lot of fun here. Okay, now onto the actual video and a little bit of history. So, the Huntress first appeared in DC Superstars issue 17 from 1977, and she was the daughter of Batman and Catwoman. So, back then, DC had Earth 1 for their current heroes and Earth 2 for their Golden Age group of superheroes. On Earth 2, Bruce Wayne married Selina Kyle and they had a daughter, Helena Wayne, and I do recommend you check out this story. It's pretty nice. Again, a nice callback, seeing what led to one of the coolest characters in my opinion. Nice origin here, and again, the classic storytelling from the 70s and 80s, you can't beat that. Now, during the 80s, when DC had their Crisis on Infinite Earths storyline, the Huntress got retconned and she was no longer Helena Wayne, she became Helena Bertinelli, the daughter of a Gotham City crime boss. Her parents were murdered by the Mafia and she became the Huntress, fighting crime, trying to avenge their death. And she actually succeeded. She got the assassin, she got what she thought was the man responsible for the hit. But during that time, after Crisis on Infinite Earths, DC never really knew what to do with the Huntress as a character. She was basically the Red Hood before the Red Hood. I mean, she was fighting crime, but she was also killing criminals, you know. She was helping Batman, but again, her methods didn't gel well with him. And they all had all this back and forth. Again, she was basically the Red Hood before the Red Hood. Which is why it's so great that in 2000, Greg Rucka decided to step in and actually give us a good Huntress story, looking at her retconned origins more in depth and treating the character with the respect that she deserved. Again, Batman Huntress Cry for Blood was a 6-issues miniseries from 2000. The miniseries got collected in a trade paperback eventually. It's long out of print, Well, DC actually did a reprint a couple of years ago trying to hype up their Harley Quinn and Birds of Prey movie, but they used the actress from the movie for the cover, and it was not my thing, honestly. I'm not gonna be mean about it, but I'll just say I did not want to get it. Thankfully, Eagle Moss had me covered. Now, just like with Panini and their Marvel collection, Eagle Moss has this DC collection in Europe with over 100 hardcovers for some of the best DC Comics stories. I'm glad they did one for Cry for Blood. Now, just like with Panini's Marvel must-have collection, and by the way, I do recommend you go back and check out my video on that, Eagle Mouse here is trying to make this as new reader friendly as possible. So we start off, we get some info on Eagle Mouse, their collection and their whole company, then some information about what's inside this hardcover. So we have the actual Cry for Blood miniseries, again written by Greg Rucka, with art by Rick Burkett and Terry Beatty doing the inks for the last couple of issues. We also have included in this hardcover the DC Superstars issue 17 mini story, again with the origin of the Huntress from Earth 2. So like I said, Eagle Moss is trying to make these books very new reader friendly for people just getting into comics, and for each of their books they have this introduction talking about the story, here talking about the retcon that happened after Crisis on Infinite Earths, giving us more information on the actual miniseries, on the authors, and of course on the Question as a character, because we will be seeing more of him throughout this miniseries. Of course, biographies for Greg Rucka, Rick Burkett, and Terry Beatty. And here we have even more backstory on the Huntress after the retcon, how she was now Helena Bertinelli, the Mafia Princess, how her parents were gunned down, and how she became the Huntress and avenged them, what happened to her during, for example, the No Man's Land story, and of course, how she met Batman, and, like I said, how she became a sort of Red Hood before the Red Hood. Again, Eagle Moss really doing an awesome job trying to catch new readers up to speed with the character here. And now we actually start off the series, and what an awesome first page. Here we see the body of a mobster found in a Gotham City river. He was tortured, then actually killed with an arrow, and of course Batman immediately suspects the Huntress. He goes to talk with her, but of course he's being watched. Like I said, we will be seeing a lot of the Question here. And here we see what kind of a relationship is between Batman and the Huntress. Like I said, she was basically the Red Hood before the Red Hood. Yes, she was fighting crime, but her methods, let's just say Batman did not agree with them. Of course, they end up having a fight and he leaves. Then we get this flashback, one of many, and it's basically the Godfather, giving us more information on Elena's great-grandfather here, for example, how he came to America, how he joined the Mafia, and how he rose within its ranks. Then some info on Elena's parents, their wedding. Again, this is the Godfather through and through, and of course how they got shot. And this is just a brutal page here. Just 3 gunshots and the little girl left wondering why. Of course, she is the Mafia Princess. She does have ties with the Mafia, so following the murder of that Mafia goon, she goes to pay her respects. And again, we get a glimpse into her life, her personal life, the people surrounding her. And it's really good. Again, Greg Rucka paying a lot of attention to Helena Bertinelli as a character. And here, I mean, if you watched my review of Catwoman by Sean Gordon Murphy, you know that I love myself a good Lamborghini when it's possible in comics, and here we have an awesome showcase. And finally, we see the question finally appearing. Just an awesome introduction to the character, and actually an awesome first issue to this miniseries. And just as awesome, I do want to give a shout out to this page. So here we see Helena in her everyday life. She is actually a teacher, and she walks by, she sees this newspaper, and goes, "Is that supposed to be me?" Here we see the Huntress clearly drawn in that 90s style, and do note, so this was taking place, the story was from the year 2000, and already by that point comics were distancing themselves from that very in-your-face 90s style, and I did like this little jab here. Moving on, we do get a sort of reminder that yes, the Huntress was still a part of the Bat family, and we see here Nightwing, Dick Grayson, trying to help her. Of course, Barbara doesn't really approve because, so again, some backstory. During the 90s, Nightwing actually had a relationship with the Huntress, and of course, Barbara, like I said, did not approve. So Nightwing here trying to help Helena clear her name because he doesn't believe she's guilty. She refuses, decides to act on her own, and surprise, surprise, she gets framed yet again. This time Batman interferes, again Nightwing coming after them, trying to help. Things get really bad, so here Helena falls, shoots her arrow, Nightwing actually dodges it, but it hits Batman. And Dick just snaps here. We see him just pummeling the Huntress, just going to town. The fact that they included this page here is just nuts. I mean, look at it. Helena is basically holding up her arm like, did stop, and just his face, and again, just pummeling her. Insane stuff. I could not believe it. In the end, the Huntress tries to actually succeeds in getting away, and she's rescued by the Question. Of course, the pummeling doesn't stop because this miniseries is crazy. It's all with the best intentions, of course, because the Question actually does help Helena. He brings her up in Canada to his mentor, who will help her. We basically see her train to become a better person, to become a better Huntress, and now Greg Rucka really walks this line perfectly, you know, with the Huntress's rebirth, with her training here, again, to become a better person. but also giving us flashbacks to her old life, showing us what led to the actual Huntress, how she became what she is. And again, Rucka doing an amazing job crossing those lines and really giving us a great story. Again, issue 4 with the history of Elena Bertinelli. Awesome comic book, awesome story. Just so many flashbacks. And this, I absolutely love this. So here, Elena was growing up. She returned to Gotham, and she was at a family gathering, and she, of course, hated everyone there. She blamed them for her parents' deaths, and she wanted them to be afraid, but she was just a teenager. They weren't afraid of anything, or so she thought. He frightened them, and I just love these pages here. Just Batman rushing in, just kicking so much ass, and actually making her realize what she needed to become. Again, really great look into Elena's origin, and like I said, Greg Rucka doing an amazing job. And here we see Elena returning to Gotham City after her training in Canada, and she meets up with Batman. He assures her that he always believed in her. He actually apologizes for, being how he is. It's actually a very nice reunion here. And of course, the Question being an awesome character in this miniseries. Batman does try to help Helena alongside other members of the Bat family, Tim Drake here being awesome. And so, like I said, Helena did manage to avenge the murder of her parents, and she thought that she got the assassin and the person that orchestrated it, but we will see here that there was more to it. And like I said, Batman and the Bat family actually helping Helena come to that conclusion. There are some awesome, and I mean really awesome, twists here, and I'm not gonna spoil it, but the end, these final 2 issues of the miniseries, absolutely 10 out of 10, I have to say. The twists, like I said, the actual conclusion, what eventually happens, how Elena manages to sort everything out. It's really great, and again, just proving what an immense talent Greg Rucka actually is. And of course, like we had throughout this whole miniseries, we get the Godfather through and through. I mean, again, another mafia wedding. Come on, this is just out of the Godfather movies, and it's just awesome. And like I said, I'm not gonna spoil it, I'm not gonna show you how it all ends, but seriously, I highly recommend it. Do check it out, whether it's in digital or you pick up a trade for this. Read this story because, again, it's really great. Greg Rucka did an awesome job and told us how, in the end, blood cries for blood. By the way, that line is repeated like 7 or 10 times throughout this miniseries, and every time it's just so badass, man. I'm not gonna lie, it just fits so well within this mafia story. Again, Greg Rucka, awesome writer doing an amazing job here. Definitely check out Batman Huntress Cry for Blood. Okay, and that was it for my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, subscribe for even more videos. I mean, I already have quite a few of them, and I promise I will be making more. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.